Dallas Oaks of the Mormon Church just announced plans to create an additional 55 missions effective July 1st, 2026. They claim that the new missions will help to accommodate a growing number of missionaries already called and will allow missionaries to better support the increasing number of congregations throughout the world. The 55 new missions, which will be created by, and I quote, adjusting the boundaries of existing missions, will bring the number of church missions to 506. The number of young teaching and service missionaries and senior missionaries has gone from just over 65,000 at the end of 2022 to nearly 72,000 at the end of 2023 and is currently at more than 84,000, the church claims. They serve in more than 150 countries and teach in more than 60 languages. These additional missions help to balance the number of missionaries in each mission, allowing mission leaders to better support and mentor the missionaries they lead, said Elder Quentin L. Cook of the Quorum of the 12 Apostles, who chairs the church's Missionary Executive Council. My question, is this just another strategic use of administrative reorganization to project an image of expansion? Like when a larger ward is split into two smaller wards, even if the total number of members remains the same, allowing the church to claim an increase in the number of congregations in that area and making the church appear denser, more vigorous, and more accessible to new converts. The creation of 55 new missions by adjusting the boundaries of existing missions achieves the same rhetorical goal. The church increases the official count of its missions from a total of 451 to 506. This administrative restructuring is presented externally as significant global expansion, even if the geographic area covered, the number of missionaries called, or the overall budget required hasn't substantially changed. And all this comes after a recent Times and Seasons article that talks about how the current record high number of LDS missionaries is predicted to peak in the next year or two and then enter a precipitous decline, driven not by theological or political controversies, but by the simple, inescapable force of demographics. The fundamental cause is the significant and sustained drop in birth rates among Latter-day Saints, particularly in the U.S. corridor, that began around the 2008 Great Recession, resulting in a shrinking cohort of 18 to 20-year-olds, the primary missionary source. This predicted decline mirrors the demographic crisis currently facing higher education in the U.S., with one projection estimating a 6% drop in Utah's college-age population between 2023 and 2041, a figure that the author of Times and Seasons uses as a rough conservative estimate for the coming reduction in missionary numbers. Russell Nelson announced unnecessary temples. Is Dallin Oaks now doing the same with missions?